Hey, it's Tpok. Back in Katawa Shoujo, and we're at a park. The park is close enough that their property could almost be considered an extension of it. Both it and Shizune's backyard look about the same, except that the park has benches and more people. That said, it's quite nice. There are even people walking their dogs, and their children are flying kites that can be seen lazily drifting back and forth over trees in the distance. I could sit here in a relaxing and scenic place like this forever. Hideki, on the other hand, looks like he's extremely bored. I want to poke him to see if he's alive. But would he react either way? Are you bored? No, are you going to jog or play frisbee with dogs like everyone else? Is that what people do in parks? Well, you could go to the parks just to get back to nature and enjoy the atmosphere. That's why you jog in the park instead of just on the sidewalk or something. You can jog anywhere. I can't believe I'm having this conversation. How can you not know this? You shouldn't have brought that up. It's too weird. What? Why am I being so rude? Haven't you ever heard of children should be seen, not heard? Yes. I lied. I'm bored. Would you like to play a game? I groan audibly enough to hope that he understands I don't want to. Why are you being such a dick, man? He's trying to be nice. He doesn't care. In fact, he's already toying with the deck of playing cards. Why are you upset? That is why we are here. I thought we were here to look for Shizune. Exactly. That's why we should play a game. It's a Shizune trap. You can trap anything, including people. If we compete against each other in the spirit of competition and in a sportsmanly manner, she will be drawn here to challenge the winner, like a shark. Then I will defeat her like a safari hunter. Then take a photo of the award ceremony. Sharks do not go around challenging people to games of chance like dojo breakers. When did he bring that camera? Anyway, no, I get enough games hanging out with your sister. No, come on, it will be fun. We can play chess. Please, no. Besides playing chess in the park, it's something old people do, like fishing. You're going to get old too fast if you keep doing all this old man stuff. Hideki freezes like I've suddenly started speaking a foreign language. Maybe I've offended him again. Maybe he's secretly 50 years old and has just aged incredibly well. Him being Shizune's brother could be a cover story. What about checkers or Go? Even backgammon is fine, even though I don't like it. If board games aren't your thing, we can play card games. Anything other than 7-card, because it's for wimps. Are you afraid that you will lose? If you can beat me, I'll give you candy. Hideki, you are just like Shizune. I'm starting to think this is all a pretense to play games. No, that is not true. You are. I bet that competitive streak is genetic. I'll sell you to science. No one can grow a human being. How about I teach you some sign language instead? When Shizune asked me if I wanted to come here, we talked a little, and it seemed like you and your dad don't use sign language. I'm just guessing, but if you don't, I could teach you some. I'm not a master at it, though. I think it might be good for you to move your arms more anyway. He barely moves his arms. Most of the time, they're just hanging limply at his sides. How unnerving. It's been bothering me that Shizune's entire family apparently doesn't know how to sign. I wonder what she did before she met Misha. Did they just hire translators for her? Did she write everything on that pad she carries around? The second is the most likely, or she could type it out on a phone. That would explain why she dislikes using the pad so much. Sad as it is, I can sort of see why Hideki or her dad might not have bothered to learn sign language. It probably was too much of a hassle at the time. It's very easy to think that. From what I've seen so far, though, neither of them hold it against each other or are too badly affected by it. It could be that I'm overthinking the situation. Come on. Well, to be honest, I'm still learning sign language myself. I brought all my books along with me so I can keep up, you know? Still, I can at least teach you the alphabet. It's pretty simple. This is kite. I feel really corny right now, and even more so when Hideki stares back at me blankly as if the entire concept of learning is alien to him. Shizune liked flying kites here as well. This is his attempt to salvage the conversation, and I'm happy to oblige. Fishing, and now kites too. Shizune really likes all these relaxing hobbies. Fighter kites. Actually, about Shizune... Hideki freezes as Misha appears behind him and puts her hands over his eyes. Hi, guess who? He seems to finally be loosening up too. Hi, Misha. Is Shizune with you? Hichan, no spoilers. Don't spoil it. Don't ruin the surprise, okay? Misha. Bingo, that's right, but it was too easy somehow. I don't know what she means by somehow. Too many people can tell it's me. I want to surprise someone. I thought for sure that Hideki would be fooled. Why weren't you, You are the only person who does that. You and kidnappers. Really? Why would you be laughing? Yeah, why do you laugh? Are you giving Hisao trouble? I thought you would take him somewhere more exciting than the park. It isn't even that far from home. You are so lazy. Hideki, are you giving Hichan trouble? You should have taken him somewhere more exciting. The park is too close to home. Shichan says you're lazy. He wanted to come here. Why are you so argumentative? I have to keep my little brother in line. What is she saying? You must be kept in line. Really? They're ready to go at each other's throats this quickly. On one hand, I've heard that siblings fighting so much isn't uncommon, and the fact that they fight at all proves that there has to be some level of communication going on. So it's nice they get along. They argue all the way back home. Misha translates for Shizune and I for Hideki. So it looks like more like we're the ones arguing instead, except not really. Nobody could listen to Misha and believe that. The day got entertaining in the end, at least. That was entertaining? You watched siblings banter and argue. Sorry, I turned around to look at my clock. Waking up. Despite having only been here for 2 days, it feels like it's been much longer. I wake up feeling more tired than refreshed. Maybe it's because I've been moving around almost constantly since I got here. Whatever the reason, it's making me get up unusually late each day. I like sleeping in, but it could be inconvenient if it ends up becoming a habit. I can hear a deep male voice shouting loudly in the background. It might be Shizune's dad. Or maybe, with the size of this place, its creditors. More likely the former, since yelling doesn't seem to be angry, just loud. Oh my gosh. Hello. Why do you have a sword? Shizune, Misha, and Hideki are all sitting in the living room, having a one-sided conversation with a giant bear man who alternates between shoveling away food from a plate balanced on his leg and twirling a sword. From what Shizune and Hideki are like, I'd expected their dad to be a very reserved, clean-cut, and possibly androgynous, right? Person. So I'm pretty surprised. I'm surprised for a while, until he starts talking to me. Hello, you must be Shizune's other friend. Did you have a good night's rest? The guest rooms are a bit sparse. If there's anything you need, feel free to tell me. Thanks. You must be Shizune's father. It's nice to meet you. I'm Shizune's classmate, Hisao Nakai. The pleasure is mine. I wanted to meet you, after hearing that I would have a second guest at my house. Unexpected. Excuse me. Oh. You hear something like that, and obviously you want to see what this person is like. Would you like my business card? Fancy business card. It's got your face on it. He holds up a case full of them for a second, and I can see that his name is Jigoro, and that his office hours are from 8 to 6. They also say that he's a consultant. What a prepared guy, carrying his card case around in his own home. We were just sitting down to a slightly late lunch. You're just in time to join us. Good. Pick a place to sit down and we'll bring you a plate. I hope you don't mind eating bear liver. I thought bear liver was toxic. Either way, the thought of eating a bear liver doesn't appeal to me, other than for the ability to tell people that I've eaten bear liver. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try it, but Shizune's dad merely laughs. I'm just making a joke. Although maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea to cook up some bear liver for your kids. For you kids. They'll make you strong. We're actually having omelets. I'll make you one right now. Is that unusual for you having an omelet for lunch? Very unusual. No, not at all. Jigoro vanishes to where the kitchen must be. I'm surprised, despite living in this place, he has to cook my lunch. Maybe he only cooks because he likes to. My steaming plate of food is done in a very short time. It smells really good. Are you in the student council like Shizune? Is the student council that busy, or that Shizune has to drag her friends along with her everywhere she goes? Sometimes a vacation is just a vacation. You're right about the student council part. I think we're just here for fun, though. I see, is that right? When I was young, our student councils had so much work that I didn't think we could have afforded going on vacation. It must be nice having so much free time. Should give you plenty of time to think about your future. I do not like the direction this discussion is taking, and start thinking about how to avoid it. Have you thought about that? About what you want to do? No, I haven't thought about it much recently. What do you do, if you don't mind me asking? It must be something pretty cool if you can get a house like this. Why do you want to know that? Children aren't interested in business. What business of yours is my business? Suspicious. Are you some kind of tax man boy? I guess he really does not like being asked questions. Hee-chan isn't a tax collector's boy, I think. Hee-chan, what do your parents do? You never told us. You, be quiet. Don't interrupt me. I hate being interrupted. Rude. Shizune doesn't look too happy with this turn of events. Even with Misha unable to sign to her what's going on, she can read the mood easily. Her glare becomes more smoldering as Jigoro continues to rant. One more thing, my fishing equipment. I came home and it was just in a big pile in the corner. Rods stacked haphazardly and on top of a tackle. That was me. I can't remember if it actually was him. If it wasn't, I appreciate it that he's willing to take one for the team. It doesn't matter because Jigoro ignores him without skipping a beat. Well, anyway, I'm glad that my fishing equipment could provide so much entertainment for my daughter's friends. Did not even tell me you were going to be using them. Those are expensive, custom-made poles, not for dilettantes. I suddenly became aware of the eggshell fragments in my omelet. Is he just a bad cook? Does he eat them for the calcium? Were they purposely added there to give me even more discomfort? Though confused, I'm not as unnerved as I think I would normally be. Then again, my life has been pretty strange lately, and I keep running into all sorts of different people. Nothing surprises me anymore. Didn't even properly clean them after use. Terrible. Do you even know how to fish? Unlikely. There are not enough poles here for all of you. How does that work? Did you all share? One person baits the hook and another casts. 2 people reel. Incompetent. Well, 6 of us went, so we couldn't all do it at the same time. First it was just me, Akira, Hideki, and Misha. Stop talking. That makes you unspeakably dirty. I've had enough of your filth. How vulgar. Make sure that your statements are not so embarrassingly carelessly worded next time. What? What? You are so disrespectful. Amazing. Are all delinquent types like this? Even the way you dress shows flippant disregard for authority. Sweater vest? Disgraceful. Delinquent? I'm on the student council. I'm hurt by his comment on my sweater vest, especially when it's coming from a guy in such a tacky shirt. I guess I can't really say anything though. He has a sword. He might also kill bears. Misha loudly puts her plate down on the table. That was delicious. Shi-chan and I are done now. Hee-chan, you are too, right? We should get going. What a simple yet effective exit strategy. I barely have the time to put down my plate before they pull me up and out of there and finally outside. Unbelievable. It's like I'm really watching an interrogation. This is not a cop show. Gus definitely have responsibilities, but hasn't he ever heard of being a gracious host? Really? Misha attempts to sloppily mimic Shizune's angry chopping gestures as best as she can. She has the expression down too, but the tone of her voice is the same as ever, thus lacking the anger necessary to bring it all together. Well, don't take it too hard, Hee-chan. Shizune's dad does this to everyone. I think it's all a joke. It's like a joke. That was the most aggressive joke possible. I'm almost not at all convinced that it was a joke, considering how this hastily staged retreat considering this hastily staged retreat, but this isn't a good moment to discuss how Shizune's father might be a jerk. Hee-chan, let's go shopping. You haven't been to town yet, have you? It'll be fun. We can see the sights and go to an amusement park. Maybe eat at a good restaurant. We just had lunch. Even though I didn't eat much. It's okay. In that case, we just have to make sure that today is so busy that by the time we're done, it will be time for dinner. It works out perfectly. Come on, Hee-chan. They immediately flanked me and hooked my arms with theirs, Shizune taking one arm and Misha taking the other. At first, we almost trip over each other. Shizune walks at a very brisk pace, and Misha has an unusually bouncy way of moving around. We get the hang of it soon enough, and I notice we're going to town by cutting through the park. It doesn't seem efficient, so I'm guessing this is the scenic route. Walking this way hinders how we can communicate with each other significantly. I can't talk to Shizune at all. Shizune and Misha are down to one-handed gestures only. It feels nice though, so I don't mind too much. When I make a crack about it to Misha, she responds with mild confusion. Really, Hee-chan? If you really want Shi-chan's attention, you can tell me, then I can tap her on the shoulder for you. You can just let me go and I'll do it myself. How are you going to tap her on the shoulder from over there? Like this! She suddenly stops in her tracks roughly and tries to reach behind her back and across my shoulders to get Shizune's attention. She succeeds, but only because when Misha stopped, I had to, or we'd all fall over. Obviously, Shizune had to jerk to a halt too. The sight makes Misha let out one of her characteristic laughs, which shakes us around more. And Shizune starts flailing her free hand to get her to stop, which only causes her to laugh harder. It's pretty funny to watch her getting so flustered, and I start laughing too. Is that the end of the day? Are you serious? I wanted to see the amusement park. That's semi-depressing. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. So, what the heck? Pangrammatic window. Raindrops and puddles. Okay, that sounds nice. Well, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.